Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ChatterBox podcast. It is your co-host, the fan. I got my guy, Bad Boy Beeman. How you doing, Bad Boy?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Listen, I want to start today by talking about this clip that's going around from Leon Wills and what's his name, Viddal Riley, is it? Right. So they're talking shit about you, which I kind of find crazy because all you did in the build up to this was defend KSI. So what are your thoughts about what they've had to say on this video that's gone viral?
Right, so I woke up and I think it was you. You sent me the video, IFN had posted it, and it's them two going at me. Prior to this video coming out, by the way, me and Leon had a back and forth. Uh, you know, I I said things, he said things. I've deleted my part of the tweets. He hasn't deleted his. So anyways, the video comes out. It's Vidal Riley and Leon Wills. You know, they called me a few things. Jabba the Hut, I can take. Um, Dick Rider, I can take, right? But there was stuff like, mental health, okay? Um, which for some people they can't take, right? Now I can take it. I get people think I've got mental health. You're on Twitter, bad boy. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
But basically they responded with a video of their own.
On this one, no. I spoke to Lee about it. But this fan, brother, I don't like
Jabba
it.
the Hut.
Yeah.
Bro, he's Keemstar's experiment. That's what he is.
Penguin.
He's Keemstar's, Danny DeVito Penguin, the old school Batman.
Old school
That's
Batman.
who he is.
Old school Batman.
He looks like he ain't had seen sunlight in a long time.
I don't care. If he sees me in person and say something, I don't care.
Say what?
Man said I find it weird when I call out the bitterness and hatred from the likes of Viddal, Sensei, Leon and Wade. I get called a dick rider.
Yeah, you do. You do. You're the biggest. The biggest.
He is though.
Biggest why?
No, like, has he met JJ?
Maybe a high and by.
Quickly, innit? Just
Why
an
are you so
honorary thing.
obsessed with me? I just wanna know.
No, this is not healthy.
JJ needs to make a remix of that song for him.
Bro, it's not healthy.
Not healthy.
Yeah.
I've been warning him about his mental health. I gave him the number 111. Cool.
So there's the video, guys. They responded. Vidal blocked me. I don't know, man. There's so much to unpack from this video.
So wait there. Let me get something straight then. So they've put a video out, basically trash talking you, and Vidal's actually blocked you.
Yeah,
So did he block you after or before the video went out?
It was before. I think it was just as I put out the original tweet defending KSI. But I just want to say, like, my delivery is wrong sometimes, but I have good intentions, and when it comes to JJ, he said he's my friend, I'm his friend, I believe I'm his friend, and that I mean, I made a mistake, right? What it was an honest mistake. I overreacted. I apologized. A day later, this video came out.
I wouldn't personally say that you overreacted, right? So let's have a little look at the details building up to this point. Vidal Riley used to coach KSI, yeah? So he
Right.
used to coach KSI, and then recently decided to put out a video talking about KSI's more recent style, saying that his fundamentals aren't there and so on. It sounds to me like Vidal Riley's a little bit bitter that KSI's training under somebody else now and not under him. Sounds to me like he's used this opportunity to say, well, KSI was a better fighter when he was fighting under me. And it just
Yeah.
seems like it's a very self-obsessed sort of situation where Viddal Riley's trying to make himself look like the better coach in the situation, trying to make it all about him. So whatever you said wasn't out of turn, it wasn't out of pocket. This guy has literally gone and attacked KSI, somebody who apparently is meant to be his friend, somebody who he's coached in the past. And it's very common to see in the boxing scene, if a fighter moves from one gym to another, from one coach to another, the prior coach is going to be like, oh, he was much better when he was here. They'll try and claim to be the better coach in the situation. And it seems to me like Vidal Riley's just a little bit butthurt. The KSI
Do you
chose
know
to
what
move
it
away
is,
from
bad
him.
boy? I can somewhat understand his point about the technical aspect, right? But ever since KSI has, moved to London Shoot Fighters and started training with Alexis and Marios, um, he's had three, well, if you count the Joe Fournier, which I'm going to count, four of his last fights were stoppages, right? You've had knockouts in those four of the last fights. Now, Vidal Riley, he coached KSI for his first three fights. It was the Joella one, and it was the two Logan Paul fights. KSI didn't get a stoppage in those fights, right? So although, you know, you, what I think of what I think Vidal done was highlight the negative of London Street Fighters, which I don't think was fair, right?
No, it's not fair.
And
That
you
that's the
know,
game as well, man. Like a lot of these, like I said, the coaches who who were there in the past and they got left behind, they're feeling this pain now with KSI doing better, performing better. His style is so unordinary. It's not natural. What
yeah,
KSI does in the ring is not a natural boxing style, but it's been working for him. And
yeah.
he's got more power, he's fitter, his confidence is better ever since he changed from being under Vidal's coaching. So, if anything, I just feel like the attack that happened, and it was an attack from Vidal on KSI, is just Vidal being butthurt. And this Leon Wills now getting involved. And actually, I saw there was a back and forth in the comments between you and him, but like the fact that you've said you've apologized to them the day before this video went out, and they still posted the video, two grown men, right,
Yeah.
sitting there laughing at your expense, laughing about your mental health, your mental situation, and calling you Jabba the Hut and calling you a dick rider. Right, who are these guys to sit there and say things like that? Like it's bang out of order. If anything, that's cyberbullying, or it's real bullying. And do you know what the thing is, the fam lad? At some point, you probably meet these guys in person. They might be at the next show that you're at. They might be at the next show
Well,
I'm at. I'll
that
I'll front that Leon Willis, no problem. Who the hell does he
yeah.
think he is, the cheeky bastard?
Well, the thing is, bad boy, I like right after me and Leon had our back and forth, I received a DM saying, "Oh, we'll be seeing each other at the next event." I simply replied, "Well, we saw each other in Manchester, and this isn't the first time me and him have gone back and forth on a space or on Twitter. Before Manchester, right? Me and him went back and forth on spaces and then tweets, So I mean, I look, what I said was wrong. What I done was wrong. Whether they take like accountability of what they said, that's another question. But all I can do is own up like a man, as a man for my mistakes. But there's no need to like make threats, right? Because especially when you don't deliver, because Leon saw me in Manchester, right? I saw him in the hotel lobby. Nothing happened to me, right? It was all good, man. It was all good. But my thing is I'm not saying Vidal should, I guess, dick ride or be a yes man, but in my opinion, there's other ways to go about it. Why can't you WhatsApp JJ? Hey, I think this. I think you should improve on this. I think this is my opinions. But then you get others like Wade saying, "Oh, I'm leaving the influencer boxing scene," but he still uploaded 3 or 4 videos since putting out that tweet.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think for some of these guys, it's more of a monetary gain,
Yeah, well,
for them.
it's cloud chasing essentially.
Yeah,
That's what it is. It's cloud chasing, and I'll be honest, Vidal and Leon sitting there doing that video about you is cloud chasing. They're using your name to get clicks and views off people who haven't taken a liking to you because you've got your own large group of haters. So they're trying to feed into that. But not only that, they've done this it all seems sort of pre-organized and pre-planned where Vidal's come out, posted the video using JJ's name, using KSI's name, and gained clout off that clip. And then on top of that, now because you've defended him, they thought, right, we can gain some clout off this as well. And they've literally just done a video less than a minute long insulting you And it was probably longer. I think there's a link to the YouTube channel somewhere. I'm not going to share that on this video, by the way, guys, because they don't deserve any clout from us. But at the end of the day, they're clout chasing. They're using people's names and slagging them off to try and get an engagement out of them. The fact is, right, they wouldn't front the fan in person at one of these Misfits events because what? What would happen? They wouldn't be allowed to go to the event again. They'd probably get arrested. There'd be lawsuits in place and so on. So they can just sit behind the little desk with those little mentalities they've got, being cyberbullies, because that's all they are, and that's all they seem to be when I
I
watched
mean,
that video.
I mean, bad boy, the thing that frustrates me, and I did put out a video apology, and I don't want it to seem like I'm going back on my apology. I do truly apologize to Leon and Viddal, right? But the thing that frustrates me is with Leon making these mental health comments. Now, mental health is not a joke, right? It just isn't. Now, if he truly believed that I've got all of these mental health problems and I'm this, I don't know what he was trying to, I don't know what point he was trying to make, but why would you threaten me? Why would you threaten a quote unquote mental health patient or mental health victim? He's made tweets about me, mental health hospital. He replied to one of Keemstar's tweets back in June. Um, you know, I, that's the first ever interaction I've had with this guy. But I can openly say I don't have any mental health issues, and even if I did, it's like who are these guys to be making fun out of that? Um,
Listen, they're just salty, man. I mean, listen,
yeah,
I don't know much about Leon. I don't know much about him, but I've seen him recently. They're like being involved in the space and stuff. He seems very fake as a person. His smile, everything, just face like just a really fake smile. And then when it
yeah,
comes to Viddal, like Viddal needs to really focus on his boxing career. He wouldn't be
yeah.
where he is now with the clout that he's got now if it wasn't for KSI. So watch your mouth when you're talking about him and talk about him in a positive light, if anything. It's that simple. And the fan defended the guy who put you in the place where you are today, Vidal. Maybe didn't get you to the English champion situation, but listen, he put you in the clout situation you're in with so many followers on your social media platforms. How many people would be tuning in and turning up to watch your fights if you weren't involved with KSI? Vidal, you would be an absolute nobody like the other fighters who you're fighting in the pro game. It's that simple. And Leon Wills chatting shit with your fake personality online, I'd spark you clean out, mate.
Yeah, I mean, bro, bad boy, let's go over to the Dick Rider comment, right? Leon, he's a part of the Misfit Small Council. Um, you know, he's had a go at Slim for not taking the Soul Pappy fight prior, before the Prime card actually. He's had all these comments to say about Slim, but Leon, you train Gib. How comes we haven't had Slim versus Gib? How comes Gib just isn't fighting when you're training him? So since you want to talk about Dick Rider, I mean, hey, I'm just putting it out there, Leon, man. Um, yeah, man. I mean, Gib really needs a fight, right? I mean, if I'm a Dick Rider, then I guess Leon, you're with me on that one, man. You're with me on that one. But I don't really want to go too much into it. Like, I don't want to go back on my apology. I truly do mean my apology, but it's just sometimes it's frustrating because, it's like the guy tweeted out my real name. Okay, he hasn't deleted the tweets, and you know, I I have I haven't had a response, right? Like I've apologized, and
What you're
to
saying
be
is Leon Wills doxed you.
well, to be honest, I've been doxxed by a few others prior to him, but it's I mean I wouldn't say doxed, but he's put my name out there. He's mentioning religion, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
He needs to be careful, man. It sounds like he's treading on thin ice. Chatting shit like that online can get a man hurt in real life. That's all I'm going to say. But like,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, right, if you've said your apologies to these
yeah,
guys, right, then your part's done. If these guys then want to go on and start trying to chase clout off this situation from, posting podcast style videos, chatting shit about you, like literally body shaming you, literally talking about your mental health situation and so on, leave them to it. At the end of the day, they're a pair of clowns sat there chatting shit about a man online, and that's it. Like, what are they going to gain from that? A couple of followers, maybe. All they're going to gain from that is your haters, who, by the way, based on what I've seen and the history of it, your haters are a bunch of absolute weirdos. Like, so,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm seeing the people who were commenting on that, the video that was posted by IFN, like, and some of them names there, which I won't bring up. There's history there, and a lot of these guys are sharing screenshots of the fact that you have blocked them, showing that, again, they must be haters, and you've blocked them for that reason. Like, these guys are just feeding into whatever the hell they can to gain that little bit of clout. I've seen it from so many content creators in the past, and it looks like Viddal maybe, willing to move away from his actual love of the sport boxing and become a content creator, because that's exactly what I'm seeing with this.
Do you know what, bad boy? I think there's a lot of people in this space that just want to go with the popular opinion, the popular thing, right? And in this space, you attack the fan, you get thousands of impressions on your tweet. That's just how it is, right? And I don't know, man. Maybe their response was, because you look at the IFN tweet. I mean, it's nearly on 300K, right? 2,000 likes, maybe 1,000
Yeah.
something likes, right? So it's I don't know, man. I don't know. But listen, before we end the podcast, I just want to say a final message. Viddal, I am genuinely a fan of you. I do appreciate what you've done for JJ in the past. I have respect for you. And I'm sorry that you blocked me, and I genuinely am sorry I didn't get to message you because I'm blocked. Um, but for Leon, I still hold my apology. I'm still gonna say sorry for my part. Um, but I just want to let you know, bro, I don't respect you as a person. I really don't. I've had days to think about it. At first, I said, you know what, let me not even make this video. Let me not even entertain it. It might ruin my relationship with JJ, but listen, the comments that you've been making about me and mental health, and it's just not right. So although um I still apologize to you, Leon, I just don't respect you as a man.
Yeah, that's a fair point to make, mate. And I will say this, if he genuinely believes that you have mental health issues and he's still willing to post a video dissing you, slagging you off and calling you names, that shows a lot more about his character than what he realizes, and it isn't in a good light.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I promise we're gonna have a much more positive, brighter video than this. I just wanted to make a whole video response to the whole situation that went on. Um, yeah, I mean, that's it.
So if you did enjoy the video, guys, make sure you smash that thumbs up on your way out. Give the video a share as well. Let Leon Wills and Viddal know that we've responded. And guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future podcast uploads. Until next time, I'll see you later.